It's another lovely day here at the Family Enrichment Hub. This is Stella Obokelo, your regular host, and I have the honor to be concluding our sub-series, Building Teamwork in Our Marriages. And today I want to be speaking about being deliberate. It takes us being deliberate in order to build teamwork within our marriages. I came across a very beautiful writing by an unknown author recently, and this person was saying, none of us is smarter than all of us. And Martin Luther King Jr. goes further to tell us that we may have come from different ships, but we are now in the same boat. Friends, when it comes to our marriages, it doesn't matter our history, our background, the families that we are coming from. What is critical now is that we've decided to come together to build a marital team together. And so we are now in the same boat as a team. And therefore, we better be making this boat to sail smoothly, to take us to the destination that we have decided to move to. I also listened into a song by one of our local artists here, and this person was talking about Yekolabyoka. Literally translated means things will just work out by themselves. I honestly want to disagree from that notion when it comes to our marriages and building teamwork within our relationships. Things will not just work out. Nothing will work out by itself. It will take effort. It will take putting our heads together. It will take work. It will take planning. It will take the whole of us to build a team that is going to thrive and indeed prosper for the good and the benefit of the team members. On that note, friends, allow me share some things which I believe are critical when it comes to us building teamwork within our marriages. And the first one is communication. Friends, like they say, communication is the lifeblood of any relationship. Where there is no communication, that relationship is literally dead. Communication speaks to, I am able to talk to you and you listen to me. You speak to me and I also listen. And then we agree on what is going to work out for us, what is going to move us together, what is going to move us to the next level. I've never met a work team where people work and they don't communicate. In every team that I've been a part of, there is always communication. Every team member is given certain deliverables that they have to achieve within the goal. And you have to return to the team and give feedback. Give feedback on progress. Give feedback on the challenges you're getting. Let the team know what exactly you're doing. Because in that way, you help yourselves not to duplicate work, not to waste time, and not to create confusion, because everybody is in the know of what the other team members are doing. When it comes to our marriages, friends, the principle is related to that. You need to communicate. Everybody needs to know what is going on with the other. You need to know what is the direction. Where are we headed? What are the challenges we are getting? And so if you can't discuss the challenges that you're experiencing and the progress that you are seeing, how are you going to move together as a team? A friend recently shared with me her agony in her marriage, and she said in her marriage, she loves to speak, she loves to talk about the challenges she goes through, but on the contrary, her spouse is a laid-back person. He simply says, things will be okay, everything will be okay, without any effort, without any action on his part. And so this lady is getting frustrated and saying, I cannot be talking to myself literally every other time that we have a challenge. Friends, when it comes to marriage, when it comes to building teamwork in our marital teams, you better be speaking. You better be talking to each other. You better be coming up with agreements. How will you come up with agreements when you're not speaking to one another? Nobody wants to give feedback. Nobody wants to illuminate the other on what is happening on their side of the work. Communication is critical. If you want to build a healthy team, to build teamwork within your marriage, you better be communicating, all right? Look at the scenario of a football team. A football team, friends, what happens? There is regular communication. They communicate when they are training. They communicate when they are on the pitch. The coach is always sending in signals, and the members know. They know what exactly their boss is telling them to do. That is the same thing when it comes to our marriages. You have to be communicating, you have to be alert, you have to be listening to each other if you're going to build a team that is going to thrive and indeed that is going to win. I also want to help us appreciate that when we are within our marital teams, we need to build a corporate image or identity that will be associated with us. And I want to share with us the scenario of a football team again. What happens when a team is going to play a game on the pitch? They agree on the jerseys that they are going to wear, the jerseys that identify them as team members and indeed members of the same team. Picture with me a scenario where players go to a match to play and everybody is putting on whatever they feel like wearing. Others are wearing trousers, others are wearing bikers, others are wearing shorts, others are wearing shirts, and others are wearing t-shirts. What would happen in that match? You're going to create a lot of confusion because you will not be able to identify who your team members are. And so just as you see the football team, they agree on the jerseys that they are going to wear for purposes of this is what identifies us while on the match. The principle holds true even when it comes to our marital relationships. Look at our work team. Friends, picture a scenario with me where a Stanbic employee walks into the office one day and they are wearing a jersey of probably Centenary Bank. What would happen? You would not be taken as a serious employee. You'd actually be taken as a very rude person because that would be very, very offensive behavior of you to be promoting the brand of a competitor company and not promoting the brand of your employer. Friends, I also want to draw it home closer to us. When we get married, we are building teams. We are building a marital team together. Picture with me a scenario where you're together now, the two of you, and one person is always talking about their ex. You're promoting the good of your ex. You're talking about how your ex was so nice to you, how they were so kind to you, how they are such a nice and generous person. What message would you be communicating to your spouse? Do you think they are going to sit back and clap and say, well done? You will actually be offending your partner. You will be destroying the togetherness and the cohesion of your team. And so when it comes to your relationship, you better be promoting the image of your team. You better be promoting the brand of your team and not the brand of the competition. I also want to help us appreciate that when you belong to a team, for instance, a football team, you're going to have fans, you're going to have spectators, and you're also going to have critics at the same time. This is the full package. And for many of us who are football lovers, you've witnessed a few scenarios in the pitch where players are playing the game. And then because somebody has made a mistake on the pitch, you see a fan throwing a banana at them. That is extremely insulting, very, very insulting. But do you see these players getting out of their way to go out and begin fighting with the critics? No, they do not do that. They simply focus on the game which is at hand. They simply look at the value that they are bringing to this team and they continue to play to make sure that they deliver a win for their team. When it comes to our marriages, we are all going to have critics. We're all going to have the fans, we're going to have the spectators, and people will have their different positions. So we better be building our fan base because our fan base are the people who are our cheerers. They are the people who are admiring us. They are the people who are looking up to us. And so when we build our fan base right, this is going to be our strong support system within our team. And I want to share a very beautiful remark that I received from my daughter a few weeks ago. My little daughter is 10 years. She came and told me something that was extremely sentimental. She said, Mommy, when I grow up, I want to be like you and Daddy. And I was smiling and really curious to know what exactly do you admire in Mommy and Daddy. And she told me, I like the way you talk to yourselves. I like the way you treat each other. Every time you're smiling with one another. When I grow up, I want to be like how you and Daddy are. And I thought this is so beautiful because as a parent, the best thing that can happen to me is to build a marital relationship, to build a team that is inspiring my children in order to enter their own relationships in the future that will look like what Mommy and Daddy are building. That was extremely beautiful for me. And so I ask us, how is it on our side? What kind of team are we building? Is our team creating for us fans, or are we creating more critics? What kind of relationship are we building? Is it inspiring others? Is it creating admirers? It's a challenge for all of us. Just to review our marital teams, and let's work. Let's be deliberate to know that building a team, it takes effort, it takes work on all the team members. Nobody is going to build a team solo. It will take the effort of the entire team. As I conclude, friends, I want to draw attention to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 4 from verse 9 to 10. And it says, two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. If one falls, the other will be able to lift them up. When it comes to our marriages, we need to be deliberate. We need to work together. We need to plan together. We need to know that we are better off together and not as individuals. Thank you, friends, for listening in to us. Thank you for promoting our channel. Thank you for loving the Family Enrichment Hub. Truly, this is how we shall change and transform our societies through the family. God bless you. Catch you again next week. Bye.